Oh, look, it's got a Lancia bonnet.
Go on, you're not the blooming inspector. Although you matches the colour of the car. So you know what I think, and you can probably guess what Mrs. John Coupland thinks. But it's time to get Dad's first genuine reaction to this car. This is the £300 Proton Impian, or Waja, if you're watching in Malaysia, that I picked up yesterday from its original owner. 20,000 miles from new, and it got me home wonderfully. We've had a good look around it. You've seen it, you've seen the interior, but it does need an MOT next week. And if it's mechanically unsafe, there's probably no point in throwing any more money at it. Maybe it's posh rotten, I genuinely do not know. I don't think Dad's ever seen one of these either. He probably knows that they were a touring car at one point. But in this video, we shall get Dad's genuine first reaction to the Proton Impian. Hello, good afternoon.
Now then.
Who, by the way, is this?
This is Bruce. Hey, Bruce.
The inspector's shrunk and got ugly. Bruce is here with us today. How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks.
So, as you know...
A bit busy at the minute.
Because you took me to the train station, I spent £300 of my hard-earned English cash and drove home this. Have you ever seen a Proton Impian before?
I have not, no.
This is genuinely your first reaction.
The first reaction is...
Oh, what's that? If you can't say anything nice, don't say nothing at all. Okay, fine. We shall see what you've got to say about the Impian. What do you want to do? How do you want to do this? How do you want to address this? You going to have a wander around, or do you want to hear about the car first?
It's a Rover 600.
I beg your pardon?
It looks like a Rover 600.
So, a lot of people say that it's based on the Mitsubishi Charisma.
Oh, right.
There's also some sort of element of the Volvo V40 involved.
Yes, there is, isn't there?
It's got underpinnings also of a Mitsubishi Lancer.
What do you think, Bruce?
It's as ugly as me.
Oh, it's not ugly, is it? Yeah, I can see that Volvo bit in it.
Yeah. But I'll let you have a look round. I won't tell you too much about the car, and then we'll discuss it.
Let's have a look at this car, Bruce.
See what you think. Effectively, I need to know if it's worth throwing money at to get through an MOT, or if it'll pass an MOT, or if you think it's a load of nonsense that I've bought.
Oh, I see. That's cloth what was on the seat. Ooh.
Oh, you mean that's on the seat there? Yeah, previous owner has maintained the vehicle by having a cloth on the seat. Yeah, keep Bruce out of there.
Nice moss. Got moss, Bruce. We've got moss.
It needs a good clean.
You need to explain to people who Bruce is.
Bruce is my cousin's dog.
That needs putting back on.
What's that you found there? Oh, so yeah, the car is a little bit damp inside. Do you think that could be causing that?
It's not helping, is it?
No.
There's been a lot of water getting in there and rusting there. They want.
Let's have a look. What's that you're pointing at?
Screws, look at that.
Yeah, it seems to do that on all Proton Impians. All the screws
I think you
seem to be like that.
Still got the plastic on that one.
Yes, yeah, I noticed that in my walk-around video. Yeah, I don't think anyone's really ever been in the back. You've popped the
I'm just having a look.
Fuel filler there.
Oh, let's pass.
Yeah. Oh, good. It's got a great big hole in the sill, but it's at least it's got its seal on there.
If it's got an hole in the sill, you might as well blooming well...
I don't think it's got a hole.
Did you go to Tamworth? This is where it come from, was it? Tamworth?
Yeah, so I went to Nuneaton to fetch it from the original owner, whose name's Ray. His son Chris reached out to me and said, we've got this Proton. And so I've been and picked it up.
Got locking nail nut tools in there.
Yeah, the locking wheel nuts for some reason have actually been removed from the car.
Very good idea. Let's have a look in here. Let's look where all the sins can hide. What's that for?
What's what for?
That little lid there.
According to Ray, that's where he hides his pork pies.
Oh, look at that. I've got a tow rope in there.
Well, take it out. I've not actually taken it out of there.
There's a tow rope on there.
I'm guessing that's the original space saver. Let me hold that up for you. Look. What's under there?
Tow rope.
Oh yeah. Nothing else though. There you go.
Is this to tow other people?
I hope so. We'll take that out of there. I don't want that rattling around in the back.
It's rattling about in there, do you?
No, I don't want that. Well, there was no major holes under there, was there? Or rot or rust?
There's no water in here, is there? It's dry.
Well, if you look at the boot lid, there is a little bit of water and moisture in there.
Yeah, leave
and
it
actually,
on
look
shots.
underneath the boot lid. I think at some point someone's taken out the cloth cover, the hard shell cover. See all this? It's all missing. Look, I'd expect there to be some sort of cover here because that's sharp. But anyway,
What is that for? Corrosive acidic chemical. What would you put in there? Unless it was if they didn't have a space saver, they had a kit.
so a lot of these were available with an LPG conversion.
Oh yeah.
Would that be some sort of leftover from the conversion, do you think, or
I don't
not?
think so. I don't know, mate.
Anyway, it's not damp in the boot, is the good thing.
Well, there's condensation, isn't there?
Yeah, and to me,
It's not wet in there.
in fact, I think actually brand new in my box of stuff, there should be like a bung in here.
a burn.
A bung, like a plastic bung, and I've got one of those.
All them screws are a mess, aren't they?
Every single Proton Impian I've ever looked at has done that. Apart from this one, look, clearly, because it's
Still
got,
got the
it's
plastic
got that
on.
plastic on. But yeah, that's something we need to probably address. That might be the least of our concerns.
Well, I'm honest, I'm doing the top half first. Doors shut nice, don't they?
It's actually a really nice place to be. The 100 miles I drove it home were uneventful.
Did you call in at the JCB factory at all?
I didn't, no. No, I called in at the Shell Garage and Greg's.
What's all this here?
So Ray was very upset telling me about that. He took it recently to his local car wash,
Oh yeah.
whereby gentlemen
Aye.
use jet washers at his local Asda or something like that.
And they washed the paint off.
And they jet washed the paint off, and he wasn't too happy.
I think they're trying to get all that green stuff off, were they?
Potentially, yeah. So that's something we're going to probably have to address, isn't it, with a bit of paint. But the good news is, it doesn't seem to have affected the actual paint of the car.
Oh look, it's got a Lancia bonnet.
It looks a bit Renault Laguna from the front.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's got the world's heaviest bonnet.
smart. At the moment, from the top half, it's very rust free, isn't it?
Yeah, don't. You know that little phrase, famous last words?
But no, from the top half,
Yes.
is this a Mitsubishi engine then?
So
mate?
these were available with 3 engines. Originally, the Mitsubishi Orion engine, 1.6, which is what is in this car.
Right.
You also could get a 1.8 version, which came with a Renault engine.
Ah.
And then Proton decided that they were going to do their own in-house version, and they called it the Cam Pro engine, and that was a 1.6
Does
also.
the aircon work?
This is your first reaction, not mine. These are for things that you need to find out. What do you think to under the bonnet so far?
Well, everywhere I look, it's remarkable at the moment. Is
So it's missing a cover there
oh yeah.
for the oil cap. So if you've got one of these in a scrapyard near you, or if you've got one of these that you're breaking...
You know why that's missing, don't you?
Why is that?
It's a blinking nuisance, I should imagine, wouldn't
Yes. I can get one from Malaysia, but obviously it'd be good to get one locally.
you? There's not a lot been done under there, has there?
Well,
Not
it's
a lot
covered-
been tinkered with, has there?
It's covered about 19,000 miles, so thankfully not
There's
much
not a
has
lot of spannering being going
had to
on.
have been done.
It's very, 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 very clean, to be fair, under there. That blinking harness is rubbed against there. You'll know whether the aircon works or not. You'll have checked it.
You turn it on.
2 keys as well.
2 keys, yeah, right, central locking. Yeah, it does that.
They all do that, sir.
It does that at roundabouts. Is that the alternator belt or fan belt or
Or power steering or something.
Power steering.
I'm guessing it's the alternator belt.
that might need a tighten up, eh?
We know which belt that is, don't we?
Is it the air conditioning belt? So
No,
it
it's still the alternator belt.
I'm guessing it's all one, is it?
No, it's not.
So it did that yesterday when I
Yeah,
put
it's
the
the alternator
lights
belt,
on.
mate. When that fan comes on for the AC. Oh, this is cool, then. Yeah, the aircon's working. Blow me up a
I
bumper.
doubt the aircon has ever been serviced,
You'll soon see. Watch this load.
but it works.
What's the alternator belt?
Is that something that needs replacing or tightening or?
Be all right with it, Bruce. We'll soon fix that boy, can't we?
That's the right attitude.
Right then, now let's get, this is the bit that, let's get something to lay on, shall we, Bruce? Bruce likes to investigate what's in here.
Does he?
He does, yeah, Bruce likes in here.
What's in here, Bruce?
If I
hi,
come
Bruce.
in here, Bruce is always in after me. You like sheds, don't you, mate? Oh, it's dry under here, Bruce. Look how dry the sump is, Bruce. Huh? Look how dry the sump is. Look how corrosion-free that cross member is.
Let's look at the underside of this.
Oh, they've been jacking it up under there, haven't they?
So there is some surface rust there.
What we need to do is get a hammer.
A what?
Well, it's a shame they've been crushing the blooming jacking point, isn't it?
I haven't genuinely seen. So the jacking point's been crushed, has it?
Yeah. Hey, I'm hitting that, John. Ugh.
So the corrosion that we can see
Oh, there's a bit round there, look.
between the sill and the door, is that surface, is it? It's not coming from the outside in.
Sill and the door.
At the front here, look, this wing, the sill and the door,
Point to it. Son.
near that mud flap.
It's on the outside.
Okay, good, that's good news.
Listen, it's as solid as a rock. Can you hear?
I can hear. Well, I'm happy about that because I genuinely had concerns that it was coming through from the inside outwards, and actually it's just surface rot.
There's two sides to a sill, isn't there, mate? There's two sills on a car, Bruce. What's the other side like? You go look at the other side, Bruce. No, didn't you hear how solid it was?
This is your reaction, not my reaction.
Yes, honestly, it sounded solid, didn't it? It ain't got that dead, dull, crunchy sound, has it?
So I've spoken to some experts in Proton Impians.
Oh, it's got a big crunch in the back.
It has, yes. Well, actually, you say that. You mean on the bumper there, don't you? Well, where the parking sensors are, it's crunched.
It's ever so good under here.
So the experts I've spoken to have told me that the rear bumper, behind the rear bumper, goes rotten in the arches.
Oh, yeah?
But what you're telling me is it looks good. How's the exhaust? Because on the MOT history, about 5 or 6 years ago, it had some exhaust emissions
Oh, right.
warnings. We'll have a look at the MOT history in a minute, but
Proton inspector today, aren't you, mate?
Bruce is a distraction today.
He's a bit of a clown, isn't he?
It's Crystal's Malaysian cousin.
He's French, mate.
I was going to say he's French, actually.
That's why he likes to come for a ride with Uncle Pete in his Peugeot. It's ever so good under there. It's ever so good.
As in rust-free?
Yeah.
What about things like shock absorbers and springs and mechanical components?
I'll be honest with you, some brake parts look a bit dodgy.
Okay.
But that's not the end of the world, is it? That back panel's not rusty. Bruce, you're a blinking nuisance. I can't get up now.
So you know how you said it's had a crunch at the back? You're right,
Well,
it has on this bit here.
Oh, you see the boot lids rubbing against the...
Yeah, and also where the parking sensors are on both sides, it's sort of pushed in. I'm wondering if that's from manufacture.
Who knows? Why sit on a big and cold floor when you've got a carpet?
But so far so good.
It's a shame they're rubbing, isn't it? There's some surface crust round here, dude.
Is that round the wheel arch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice that. Is that something you think would come off with a bit of a toothbrush and...
No.
No. Well, I'm not going to start painting it if it's not rotten.
Listen how good it is. It's all on the top. Up to now.
Sorry?
Up to now.
I was going to say, up to now. I believe these are galvanised.
Have a look under there, Bruce. Yeah. What's up there? Well-known phrase or saying ending it off, Bruce.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
The surface though.
What was that you found there?
Tyres are a bit crummy, aren't they?
I think they're the original tyres.
What's it say on the tyre? Ah, #1 in Malaysia. There's a little scabby patch on this outrigger. It's
On
not
where?
rotten. Just a little scabby patch on this outrigger. That's the worst thing I've seen, actually.
On the what, sorry?
An outrigger. There's
Oh,
a
right.
piece of the body, but it's not rotten. It's just a scabby patch. I said the jack put on. Let's have a. This is the final. No, it's not rotten. That ain't. You can hear it's not, can't you? Listen. If that was rotten.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because
If it was in the 1970s, we'd have wire wool brushed this off and painted it and under-sealed the sill to the bottom of the doors. It's not rotten, dude.
that's good news.
It looked it on the top for a start. What's the clutch like? Because old gentlemen can kill clutches.
It's fine.
Oh, good.
It's fine.
The brakes don't feel very good.
Yes, that is one thing I noticed. I had to pump the pedal out a bit when I got in the car, and actually they weren't over responsive last night. They weren't dangerous, but it took me a mile or two down the road to get used to them.
Get used to them.
What could that be?
It feels like it was. Yeah, feels like it was bleeding.
That's a job for us then, eh?
Well, I'm half expecting the brake fluid's never been changed in its life. What do you think, Bruce? Let's not leave the door open because you like to drive, don't you? Yeah, it's not as big as a Rover 600, is it? It's not as big as a Laguna either.
It's
not far off.
between the two, in my opinion.
Those dents in there. It's as
On the boot lid?
All ripply as anything there.
Oh, do you know, when I looked at that this morning, it was obviously a little bit damp. You know,
What?
that's probably from factory.
It's ripply though, isn't it?
May I ask what you're doing?
If I told you everything I know.
Are you looking to see if some bulbs have been taken out?
No, I wouldn't like to say.
Are you?
Yeah.
Has there?
No.
Which bulbs is it that you are looking for?
Well, I was looking for an ABS light, but there's like a traction control light, and then there's a light that you'd think is probably. Do you know what I mean by ASR?
No.
Stability.
Oh, so you were thinking that the braking issue could have been due to the fact that there was a...
But no, that's the ABS light. But it looks. Can you see the ABS light is a funny?
Yeah, it's like a picture of a car in a circle.
Yeah, but with the.
TC, traction control.
Yeah, but it's not got what I'd call an ABS light. It's remarkably good, really.
What's the mileage now? 19,000?
347.
Barely run in.
This is a funny looking thing here.
What's a funny looking thing?
This sort of, I thought somebody's wedged some sort of bracket in there.
Yeah, no. That's the coin holder.
What sort of coins did you put in there? Cartwheel pennies?
I don't know what it is. I tell you what I can't work out. You might be able to help me. You've obviously got the hazard switch.
Yes.
You've got the heated rear screen,
Yeah.
which does work but doesn't work.
Oh, has it got some bars in it?
Well, no, it just took a long while to kick in. The button on the far left,
Yeah.
what on earth does that do?
Well, it's got a little light in it, hasn't it?
It has, but I've got no idea what it does. I've got no idea.
Well, has it got an alarm on it? You have to read the manual.
Yeah, comment down below if you know.
Well, somebody will know.
Front fog lights. Yeah, there we go.
You normally have a warning light for the heated rear window.
Oh yeah, the actual thing illuminates.
It does it?
Yes.
What would I suggest it's for?
Do you know what I'm going to do?
I've read the book.
I'm going to pause this and we'll get the book out. Well, we've worked out what that button is.
Yeah.
Using the manual, the Impian owner's manual. It's
This
for
is
the alarm.
reset.
But I can't seem to get the alarm to go off, can you?
I can't see any volumetric sensors in it anyway.
No. Hang on, use the alarm reset button.
No, we're not reading the instructions. I've got the book.
Oh.
Now I can switch it off.
Cool. So you have to put the key in the ignition and then press this button to turn the alarm off. Thanks for setting my alarm off and upsetting everybody.
We know more than what we did.
Do you know what else we know?
What's that?
I've just looked at the previous bill of sale
I know.
and we found out something quite exciting. that Ray traded in a Proton
Proton 406.
for the Proton. No, do you know what he traded in?
No.
A 1.5 SE LE J-Reg.
Excellent.
Cool.
Was it blue?
Black.
Black. Mirrors work.
You got a sunglasses holder by your head.
Do you know what's the best thing about this?
What's that?
I've got a sunroof.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a good car, isn't it?
You tell me. You're the one that's inside it.
It's all right.
I'm going to test
I
this.
fancy getting some bits for it. Oh, that needs cleaning, doesn't it? I wouldn't fancy buying parts for it.
I don't think you can buy parts for it.
I can't nip down to Euro car parts and get some bits for it.
Not today, no. Tell you what does need looking at. The mirror.
I'll give it a look.
It doesn't move.
Well, don't pull it off the glass, whatever you do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's been pulled off the glass and repaired before or...
Well, it's in the right place anyway.
No, it's not. It needs tilting up and down.
It's in the perfect
It
right.
is for you, it's not for me.
It's just right.
The mirror needs addressing.
Yeah. I know what I should do if I was you. I'd leave that bugger alone.
Yeah, but I can't see.
Oh, it's seized up, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not getting involved in that grommet.
But what do you reckon to the back? Looks all right.
You know, I should learn to do that when you're...
Yeah.
I should get one of them little sticky driving school mirrors when you're driving it.
I've got a ton of paperwork to go
It's
through.
excellent.
Honestly, an actual ton. Look at this. Look, accessories. Oh, yeah.
It's too new for the Festival of the Exceptional.
It is. Adam's already told me we're not allowed to bring it.
Oh.
But he has said it's a future winner, probably. It's in very good nick, isn't it? Overall, it needs a good old
It is for
clean.
a 19-year-old car, isn't it?
But what do you get for
What year was
£300?
it sold?
2005.
So it's 19-year-old, isn't it?
Have I wasted £300?
Well, I reckon you should get rid of Jeff and put this in the garage.
Wow. Or big space there.
Well-known phrase or saying, oh no, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Oh, hang on a minute. This is the service book. Good. Good. Oh, my goodness.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Well, it's got quite a few stamps in there. Excuse me, what are you doing there?
I'm repairing it.
Oh, so that piece of rubber trim that you showed us at the beginning that was flapping about,
Yeah.
you've pushed back in now?
Well, no, I'm working on it.
Oh, so it wasn't ripped?
No, it's just come out of its little channel.
Well, we found the OBD socket. We actually
all
had
right.
we had to use Google, didn't we? I'll show you where it is in case you need to know.
I'm sure there'll be loads of folks out there wanting to know.
There's lots of folks want to be checking their Proton Impian. We thought it could be behind the glove box. It wasn't there. This panel here is where the fuse box is. We thought it was there. It's actually dun, 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 behind this little piece of carpet there. That's where your OBD scanner is. We're going to plug the King Bowlen in. Oh, phone's ringing. Could be the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Run.
Right then, talking about bore scopes.
Oh yeah, the endoscope.
Yeah. I used a real world test at the weekend.
So we've been sent a couple. Well, we bought the one from Lidl.
Yeah.
And then we got sent one from our team, the friend at Kent Faith. Which one did you use?
Both of them.
Really?
I did.
What have you been bore scoping?
Well, I had the taps off from bath.
You're right.
And I had to reseal around the bath. So I put the taps on, then I thought, well, connect them up. Well, you can't see one of them very well.
Yeah.
To see if it's leaking when I finished.
Okay.
So I thought, rather than use my mirror on a stick,
Yeah.
I got out the bore scopes.
Nice. At least you've had a real world test of that. Thank you very much.
But you could have done it with a mirror on a stick.
Yeah. Let's get the King Bowlen on this. We've got the King Bowlen plugged in. What have we got it plugged in for?
Because we can.
Let's see what the King Bowlen says. I wonder if there's the option for Proton Impian. We shall soon find out.
I shouldn't think, no. Good Christ, I haven't seen one of them for a long while.
Trying to connect. It's connected. No DTCs.
Serious?
Yeah. Well, we've been messing about with the King Bowlen and actually we can't get it to talk to the system properly yet. No. And we've flattened the battery.
Yeah, but I just can't work out what sort of ABS it is yet.
So we're
It's
going to
got
try
Bosch connectors.
So what are you thinking? Why are you panicking about ABS?
I wanted to see, in case it's had the servo fitted and the pedal feels rubbish.
Yeah.
And it's changed the master cylinder as well, if you look at it.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if it's got air in the ABS.
I wonder if we could just nip down to the Proton main dealer and get them to fire the ABS for us.
We need to do it ourselves.
Yep.
Which will be right. It's called Star Silver.
It's bronze, isn't it?
And front fog lights are fancy, aren't they?
So this is the pre-facelift edition.
Oh, right.
The post-facelift edition fog lights are even fancier.
I'm in my pre-facelift mode.
What are you doing?
I'm having a tinker.
What are you tinkering with?
I'm tinkering with a Proton.
This is your first reaction, not Dad fixes it.
I'm not fixing it, I'm just tinkering with it. Oh, I see, that's power steering pipe. It looks like a bit of guard nose, doesn't it?
What are you tinkering with?
What do you think I'm tinkering with? That noise? That's the only thing I can find wrong with it.
Oh, you're playing with the alternator belt. Is there much scope for tightening it up?
Jolly well is.
Well, what do you think?
Bet the battery's not very good.
No, I don't think so either. We've got it on charge. We've given up on the King Boland for now.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's not a problem. I've got to go to
need to
work.
photograph that and see if I can work out what breed of ABS it is.
Yes.
Even though the connector says Bosch, but it doesn't. It could be Teves, but it
Could be all sorts of things. What do you reckon then? First impressions to the Impian.
it's all right.
You like it?
Yeah, I just don't fancy having to find spares for it.
No,
It's
that's-
drinking out of puddles.
Bruce, stop it.
It's petrol. I drink petrol.
That's what makes him big and strong. Overall, though, good condition.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's okay. I'm glad that you're not telling me it's rotten, which is good news. £300 well spent.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's
It's
one
good
that,
banger racer.
well. When I said I was going to go pick it up, one of the banger boys contacted me and said, if it's no good, let me know and we'll sort it out and we'll race it. So I'm glad it's not being raced anyway. They are increasingly rare, aren't they, on the UK's roads?
Yeah.
The ones that are left are probably being limped along. You're right, probably getting spares is going to be difficult, such as trim and all that sort of thing. But I suppose mechanical parts should be okay. Still plenty of these on the road in Malaysia. So it's a case of just getting them over here from Malaysia.
It's all right.
What sort of things are we going to do in the interim? Because, well, it needs an MOT. I suppose one of the videos is going to be you giving it a pre-MOT.
Yeah, we need to get this brake pedal better, don't we?
Get the brake pedal sorted, tidy it up, tidy up the mirror and...
The only thing
clean it.
obvious thing I found wrong with it is that the brakes aren't very good, are they?
Nope. Which could be just bleeding the brakes.
I would expect so. That's why I want to know what breed of blooming ABS modulator is.
You think
I
we're
bet
gonna have
it's
to do
got
that?
some air in the modulator. I really
Okay,
do.
fine.
So
But
you're going to buy some brake fluid?
yeah, I can do.
Good man.
Yeah, but just to quote you, you're not panicking.
The brakes aren't worn out, are they?
I don't believe so.
It's been regularly serviced as well, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. We've got lots of service documents, MOT
Whether it
history,
said,
paperwork, you name it.
whether it said a service or just a tick the box service, I don't know. Surprisingly not a bad car, really, is it?
You tell me.
The pads aren't, I mean, the wheels aren't very corroded, are they?
The alloy,
Yeah.
they're worse on the back and on the near side. Again, I think they've probably been jet washed by Mr. Man with his jet wash and the paint's flaked off.
Oh, yes, that one's not so good, is it?
But I've
Them
seen
brakes
cars...
haven't had an old-fashioned looking at though, have they?
No, not yet.
They haven't had a load of copper slip chucked all over them.
We'll have to do another video, which is a pre-MOT check. I'm going to have to probably invest in some tyres, which is not a problem. Good. But
Some
overall,
brake fluid. Surprisingly good, isn't it?
we'll leave it at that.
It wouldn't take long getting to an MOT, will it?
If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please, if you haven't already done so. Comment down below, what do you reckon to the Impian? £300 well spent. It's going to bring us some videos. If
What
you're
do you
watching
think, Bruce?
from
Hey,
Malaysia,
Bruce.
let us know.
Is it a good car?
I'm not having Bruce in any more of these videos.
What's that?
Because he's stealing the limelight. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. And until next time.
Tell them what you think, Bruce. Bruce, what do you think? Huh?
Yes, thank you. Until next time, have a great day. Genuinely, final word from you, it's not a bad car.
Not a bad car at all, mate, is it?
Good news. And on that, I am happy. Goodbye. There are so many more Proton related videos on the channel, and I've actually selected a couple that I think you might like here on this page. Give them a click to watch them now. Don't forget to subscribe for more Proton fun and lots more videos coming soon.